channel. My name is Olsel, and today I want to bring to you a little review of my latest eyeshadow palette purchase. It is the Beautybay Pastels. This is what it looks like, and I'm also going to talk a little bit about these eyeliners, also from Beautybay. These are also pastel colors in mint green, light blue, and a light lavender color, but I'm mostly going to focus on this one. So for a year or two I've been looking on Instagram and YouTube everywhere, getting lots and lots of inspiration from these incredible makeup artists doing beautiful pastel eyeshadow looks, and I ended up wanting to get one of those palettes myself. I looked into it, I researched a little bit, trying to find the most affordable, cruelty-free, good eyeshadow palette, and I came up with this one. Now this is from Beautybay. It's let's see, this is $13. The set of 3 eyeliners was $16. So those are actually more expensive than this palette. So I can safely say that this is affordable. It is cruelty-free and vegan, and it's a smaller palette, which is what I wanted. I feel like it's very overwhelming having, I see these like 30 pan palettes. It's just too much. So this has a good size, I feel like. It is a beautiful packaging, and when you open it up it has a mirror, and it also has 8 beautiful colors. We have a yellow, 2 types of greens, 2 types of pink, a purple or like a lavender shade, a turquoise, and an orange. I'm not loving the orange and one of the green, the lighter green shade. I feel like those are the least pigmented, because this is a pressed pigment palette. It performs a little bit different from other regular eyeshadow palettes, and I will get more into that as I show you the look that I have on today. I just created this. It's not a typical everyday look, but I think you can wear it on out for dinner or something like that. I don't typically do this for an everyday makeup. The way I like to incorporate this palette into my everyday makeup is kind of either to just do a super soft eyeshadow look, just maybe doing just one all over eyeshadow. My favorite one to use is the Daydream one, the light lavender shade. Is just beautiful to put all over the eye, and maybe do the lavender eyeliner on the waterline. Another thing you can do is to line your lower lash line with one of these shades, and then maybe combine it with one of the eyeliners, and then do just neutral eyeshadows on top, on the lid and the crease. A lot of the times I combine 2 of these shades together with some neutrals or on its own. Like, there's a lot of ways you can incorporate this eyeshadow palette. You can even just put like a little bit of yellow in the inner corner and then do just neutrals on the rest of your eye. So yeah, I felt like when I first got this, I wasn't sure how I was gonna be able to use it, because even though there's pastels and they're pretty soft, they're kind of like out there and a little bit colorful. So, and I'm not too used to wearing too much colors. I do prefer wearing neutrals and maybe like pinks and taupes. So this was a little bit out of my comfort zone, but I quickly got used to it just because it is a softer looking palette as well, so it's just easier to get used to, and I can definitely make it more opaque if I want to, which I also will get into as I start the demo. I've totally forgotten to put something on my lips. Hold on. Alright, that's a little bit better. I just combined the lip liner I got from Kiko in 405 and this Lord & Berry Maxi Matte Crayon Lipstick. Alright, so the first thing I want to recommend is to use a primer or a base, preferably a white base. I often use just Painterly Paint Pot or some kind of eyeshadow primer when I apply my eyeshadows anyways, but I feel like in order for this to look as opaque as I prefer, I need to apply a white base beforehand. So I use this Cherry Culture Jumbo Shadow Liner in Bombshell, and that just makes a world of a difference. The Milk Jumbo Liner from NYX also works, so just any kind of white sticky base. It makes the shadow more opaque, but also makes the pigment stick on and apply a lot easier. And that I will say, I have not experienced very much fallout from this eyeshadow palette, even though it is a pressed pigment. They are pretty loose, you know, when I swirl the brush into the pan, a lot of powder comes up, but again, very little fallout. I know it looks like a lot. I look like a clown or something, but believe me, it helps. And also, I normally set my primer with some kind of a powder or a nude eyeshadow, but in this case, I won't. I just feel like the shadows perform a lot better if I don't. So because it's a pressed pigment, you have to apply these a little bit differently than regular eyeshadows, and I'm still kind of working it out. The thing is, you can definitely use like a fluffy blending kind of brush, but don't expect opaque colors. Also, if you're trying to build it up that way, that's not going to happen really. At least that's in my experience, that's not happening. That it kind of just makes the color go away and almost leaves a white spot. So if you want to use that technique, expect it to be really soft. Don't spend too much time because then you'll just blend away the colors. And really the way to go with this palette is to use a flat brush to kind of pack the pigment on. And again, don't spend too much time blending, just try to kind of blend with the flat brush as much as you can do that. So I am starting out with a fluffy brush because I want to create a very soft crease shade, and I'm going to do it with 3 different colors because I see a lot of the reviews that I've already seen on YouTube on this Pastels palette has been like rainbow inspired, and so I decided I'm not going to do that today. I just want to do an eyeshadow look that is wearable, maybe not for every day, maybe not for everyone, but something that I could actually wear on like a night out or for dinner or something like that. So I'm starting out with Cloud Free, and I'm just focusing the color on the outer part of my crease and really above my crease because I have a little bit of a hooded eye. So in order for anyone to see the color, I need to go a little bit above. And I'm not placing it all the way up. I feel that's just a little bit too much if you want to go for a wearable look. And then I go in with Daydream, which is a beautiful lavender shade. And I'm just doing this really, really soft, just kind of in the middle out of the eye crease. I'm doing it really soft, and then I will see if I will use a flat brush to pack on some more color, but I want it to look a little bit, I know, kind of gradually, just shaded. I don't know how to explain it. You'll see, hopefully. I think the shadow, next shadow is called Lovesick, but it is, I mean, the writing is so small, so for me, it's really hard to read. This is actually a much more pigmented shade than I was expecting. I was kind of going a little bit deeper out here and then lighter in the, as I was going into the inner part of my eye. That's normally how I do it, but we'll see how I can make this work. And right now it looks like I have like a blue eye, or like I've been hit, but hopefully I'm gonna make this work. So now that I'm done with my crease, at least for now, I'm gonna use a flat brush. I'm using the Zoeva Luxe Smoky Shader 234, and I'm just gonna use the same colors on my lids, and also kind of angling it a little bit towards my, like this way, not straight up and down, but kind of towards my nose, I guess. On my lower lash line. Then on the inner part of my eye, I'm using a smaller detailed brush, detailed shader 237 from Zoeva. And then in the inner quarter, is it First Light? First Light, I think, is the name. It's just a light yellow pastel shade. And I'm kind of debating whether or not to put on a little bit of like a topper. I think I want to do that, actually. It is from the So Jaded palette. Still loving this palette, by the way. And it is the one called Diamond. So I'm gonna bring in the pastel liners that I also bought. They came in a set of 3. There's a blue and a purple and a minty green. And as I was watching, one of them broke on me. I like these, but they're super soft both in texture and in the way they look or perform. They have very little opacity. They barely, I mean, you can see them swatched on my hand, but when I try to apply them on my eyes, they don't do much, and they're hard to do a winged liner with. I just don't. I mean, I'm sure a professional makeup artist that is an expert on applying eyeliners could do it, but I can't. But for an everyday person who does makeup just to do makeup and look a little bit better and doesn't necessarily have the passion for makeup as a lot of us others do, I think this is more of a hazard than fun. So I don't know if I will recommend these liners. I mean, I'm glad I got them just because I thought it was a cool combination, and I thought they were that they look good together and that they were fun to play with, but that's about it. I will not repurchase by any means. I don't know if you can see, but I really have to work to get anything on my waterline. You can barely see that there's anything there really at all. Pretty good. This one's actually a little bit better. I even tried to like warm up the other one. It didn't work. I feel like this needs a bit of a liner. Like I haven't used a black winged liner forever and forever. So let's try that now. Essence Liquid Ink Eyeliner Waterproof. Maybe this is even dry. I don't know. I haven't used it in so long. Let's try, see if we can do a winged liner on this. Alright, my eyeliner is not twins or equal at all, but it's okay. It's okay. I'm gonna live with it. Okay, I think I'm done. I'm gonna just clean things up a little bit and do the rest of my face, and then I'll be right back for a final thought on this palette. So all in all, I'm very happy I got this. I love playing around with it. It makes it a lot more fun to put on my makeup every day, to have this colorful eyeshadow palette on hand. If you're like a makeup artist, I think this is fun to have in your kit as well. But if you're kind of looking for an everyday palette, something that's easy to apply, something that goes with everything, something that's just natural, neutral, this is not the eyeshadow palette for you. This is just a fun little thing to have to give you some inspiration and fun as you apply your eyeshadows. So that's it really. I'm glad I got it. I'm glad I purchased it. I don't think I will recommend these eyeliners. They're just not giving me enough joy. They're not pigmented enough. I saw that today that they crack very easily or break very easily. They're not versatile. It's very hard to make a wing liner or anything, so really the only way I can use it is on my waterline or along my lower lash line or something. I've tried putting it on my top lash line. You can't really see it that way. It just disappears like behind your lashes. So yeah. So won't recommend, will recommend, and that's your review for today. I hope you enjoyed this video, and I thank you so much for watching. See you next time. Bye!